Good morning. My name is David Thompson, and today I'm going to talk about impact of COVID-19 on the aviation sector. The constantly evolving COVID-19 pandemic has cast a long shadow on the global economy. COVID-19 is pushing aviation sector to the brink. Globally, aviation industry is one of the worst hit by the novel coronavirus. Airlines are working at a fraction of the capacity, laying off employees and cutting down on discretionary spending to a large extent. The industry, which had already been struggling with the lack of travel demand, is likely to find it difficult to cope with the acute fall in the revenues and may be forced to go for measures such as trimming of employee salaries, which have already been started. The International Air Transport Association (IATA) on Tuesday said that globally some 25 million jobs are at risk of disappearing with plummeting demand for air travel time amid the COVID-19 crisis. According to its new finding, 11.2 million jobs are at risk in Asia Pacific, the highest for a specific region. Flagship Airlines, British Airways, temporarily laid off 28,000 employees, or 60% of its workforce, due to the coronavirus crisis, which is paralyzing the aviation sector. The International Civil Aviation Organization (ICAO) earlier projected a 2% dip in the international passenger capacity for India in the month of February when the COVID-19 outbreak was progressing slowly. In the aftermath of the disease declared a pandemic, the same projections were recalibrated to a whopping 27% for India in the month of March. The Indian aviation sector is significantly even if some of the vulnerable airlines manage to survive. For India to return to a pre-COVID operational fleet of 650 aircraft is likely to take up to 12 months from the time that restrictions are lifted, and this may be conservative. International traffic is expected to fall from approximately 70 million in the fiscal year 2020 to 35 to 40 million in the fiscal year 2021 and possibly lower. India's aviation industry is expected to post losses of $3 to $3.6 billion in the June quarter because of COVID-19, with airlines sharing the bulk of the hit. The global aviation sector is going through its biggest slump ever, and that has a direct impact on the Indian IT companies as well. According to experts, this impact could lead to 1 to 7% drop in the revenues in the coming quarters. This is especially hard on companies that have high dependence on the travel industry such as NIIT Technologies, Hexaware, and Mindtree, etc. Passenger growth of airlines is to fall sharply and register a negative 20 to 25% growth for the fiscal year 2021. Passenger growth has been 13.7% during the fiscal year 2019 and 3.7% during the fiscal year 2020 from April to February, according to CARE. In terms of capital expenditure, airlines will be deferring or scaling back on capex given the expected fall in the top line and bottom line, which means that the purchase of the airplanes or adding to the fleet sizes will not take place at least till 9 months in the fiscal year 2021. Centrum expects Indigo's RASK revenue per available seat kilometer yields to decline 2.5% year-on-year to Rs 3.5 and expect PAT loss of Rs 1,750 crore rupees, primarily due to market-to-market loss of Rs 1,010 crores. It expects SpiceJet's RASK yields to decline 3.6% year-on-year to Rs 3.9 and expect PAT loss of 1,050 crore rupees, primarily due to market-to-market loss of Rs 650 crore. The immediate relief to the Indian sector could surely come in the form of resumption of domestic flights if and when it happens after April 15th. The international sector will still be a month or two away from the resumption and normalization, as much of Europe and United States are still reeling under the COVID-19 outbreak. There is a possibility of the lockdown being extended beyond April, which will lead to further decline in the earnings. In this event, a relief package from the government, like interest-free loans, lower taxes, etc., will be critical for the survival of the airlines. Aircraft deliveries can also come under pressure as Boeing and Airbus have taken shutdowns. It's also possible that a number of airlines will have gone bust when we get across to the other side of the pandemic, and uneconomic discounts will be necessary to attract the demand back. The industry has sought tax relief, deferment of payment of goods and services tax for airlines, bringing jet fuel under GST, reduction in airport charges and overflight fees, a temporary cut in excise duty on jet fuel, as well as other financial aid to overcome these issues. Thank you.